Hello guys, and welcome to my channel today. This is Cynthia Elewuwa. How are you guys doing? I hope you all are doing well. I know it's been a long time. I had a talk show and I'm here today, and today I want to discuss one very important topic. I actually saw this topic on Facebook. I saw it on a Facebook page. So someone was like asking a question. The person wrote, is it possible for someone to be in marriage and still feel lonely? And that particular written question got my attention, and I decided to make a video for it. So guys, now the question is it possible for one to be married and still feel lonely? You and I know that this topic is a very sweet one. And I know it's going to carry a lot of controversies, but hey, everyone is entitled to his or her opinion, okay? So we're gonna start this right away. So guys, before we delve into this topic, I would really like us to look at this word loneliness, okay? Now, loneliness is described as a depressing feeling of being alone, okay? A depressing state of being alone, isolate, lonesome, solitary, without companion, without company, So it's described in so many ways. It's a very, very depressing feeling when you start feeling lonely. In fact, one of the causes of loneliness is depression, actually. People usually assume that when you're married, you no longer feel lonely, or once you get married, loneliness disappears. But here is my take on this issue, okay? Like I said before, everyone has his or her own opinion about things and how they see things. And everyone is also entitled to his or her opinion. So, this is my take. Even before one gets married, there comes a time when you feel lonely. Maybe is a feeling of losing someone too close to you, or a feeling of wanting to be with someone. There are so many factors that causes one to be lonely, or that makes one to start feeling lonely in marriage. Remember that marriage is togetherness of two different individuals from two different places with different attitudes, okay, different characters, different behaviors, or whatsoever. Now they come together in love, in marriage. Now they used to feel some type of way before you got married to them. You don't expect that to just automatically disappear just because they got married to you. No, it doesn't happen that way. Sometimes in life, people pass through some certain things that they might not even begin to explain. All they want to do at that point in time is just sit at one corner, sit at one place, and just be alone. Think something's true. It might actually be an issue from the office, okay? And you don't really know how to go about it, telling your wife, or you haven't found the right way to tell her whatever it is. It might be deep. People pass through a lot of things. So what happens is the person keeps to himself, or the man keeps to himself. He wouldn't want to talk. And the lady in question would be like, have I done something wrong? Did I do anything wrong? What is making him not to talk to me? And when this persists, what happens is the woman starts feeling lonely. Okay, so a lot of people assume that once you get into marriage, you automatically stop feeling lonely. No, there are a lot of things that makes, spouses to feel lonely in marriage. Now, loneliness in marriage is also determined by the quality of relationship we have with our spouses, not quantity. Loneliness also happens slowly. When you guys start feeling disconnection from each other, over the years, for one to start feeling lonely in marriage, it doesn't just come at once, I'm now feeling lonely. No, this is kind of, from unsettled issues to, unsettled dreams to unsettled discussions and everything. It gets, it just builds up gradually and gradually and gradually. You find yourself disconnecting from your spouse. Now, every marriage is not like that, okay? Some marriages are like that though. Every marriage is not like that. But it happens sometimes. It might not linger for a very long time, but it happens, okay? So when you start feeling that disconnection, everything automatically becomes transactional. You no longer have time to discuss about your dreams, those small things that brought you guys together, those little things that you guys saw in each other that actually brought you together as, lovers, and then made you become man and wife, made you got married to each other. You start missing those things. Like a simple, hi, good morning, honey, how are you feeling today? Oh, darling, how is work? How is work today? Maybe your husband or your wife is at work. You just call and say, hello, baby, how is work today? How are you doing? Hope work is okay. Oh, honey, are you home? Tell me about your day. All those small things. When you start disconnecting from those things, when you stop feeling all those things, then you know that loneliness is gradually creeping in. When all you get is, have you paid the bill? Oh, don't forget to pick up the kids from school. Have you eaten? Everything becomes official, transactional. That is when loneliness starts coming. You no longer have time for each other. One person is watching TV, the other person is busy with social media. One person sleeps early, the person sleeps later, not sleeping at the same time in bed. Those are, some of the causes of loneliness in marriage. Disconnection, not being able to communicate with each other, brings about, loneliness. I think that is the best way to explain this. When you are no longer communicating all those basic things, when your communication to your spouse or to each other becomes transactional, becomes official, then the next thing becomes the next thing that comes is loneliness. Depression sets in, and then maybe you start looking for ways to make yourself happy again, thereby going into so many things that I might not begin to mention right now. There are a lot of ways. There are so many things you can start doing, to stop being lonely in marriage. There are so many things, all right? For example, communication is key. No matter what you're facing in your marriage, no matter what you and your spouse are facing in marriage, you must make sure that you communicate to each other. No matter how difficult the situation is, you must make sure that you communicate to each other. Because when you communicate, then you'll be able to know what is going on with each other, and then you'll be able to know, how to help each other. And also, you'll not be having this feeling that something is wrong, or maybe the woman starts feeling she has done something wrong, or the guy starts feeling that he has done something wrong. No, the feeling of guilt. No. When you communicate with each other, you will see that it's a very good start. Another thing is, try to know how both of you feel, your feelings, okay? The woman should try to know how the husband is feeling, and the husband should try to know how the wife is feeling. If you see your husband watching a movie on telly, or if you see your wife watching, you should be able to, join your spouse. Even if it's not your thing, even if you don't like it, just join him and ask him some questions like, how is it going? How do you really like this, show? I don't understand it. And he will start from there gradually. Don't expect too much. Don't expect that someone that is feeling lonely will just suddenly come out of the loneliness because you spoke one or two words to them. No. It's a gradual process. Try to, be in their shoes and know how they feel. Okay? Try to take a walk together. You are husband and wife. Okay? Try to take walks together. Do things together. You can do dishes together. All those small things that used to bring you together before. Start doing them. Don't let your communication end in maybe good morning, and then you face that way and you face that way. No, that will ruin things more. Okay? Now, people think that once you get married, everything becomes rosy. Loneliness disappears because your husband will always be there, or because your wife will always be there. Of course, they'll always be there, but will they actually really be there? So when you see yourself going through these stages in marriage, like your discussion with your partner becomes transactional, it becomes official. No romance, no fun, no laughter. My sister, start with communication. My brother, communicate with your wife. That is the key. So some people actually think that, being lonely in marriage is because you married the wrong person, or because you didn't marry your friend, you didn't marry your husband, and all that, you didn't marry your wife. But it's not true. You can still marry your husband, the one that God ordained for you, marry your best friend in that same husband, and still feel lonely in marriage. These are humans for you. There are some certain things, maybe a goal that has not been achieved, or a dream that has not been achieved, can make someone feel or devalue themselves and make them see themselves as lesser persons. Okay, people that are not doing what they're supposed to do. So it makes them devalue themselves and see themselves as nothing, and that brings about depression. And once depression sets in, the next thing is you want to be alone. You just want to be alone, which is why sometimes it's good to have a me time. Now, when you're feeling lonely in marriage, also understand that your partner is feeling lonely too. Don't think you're the only one, because when you're not talking to your partner and you're just alone on your own, who will be talking to him or her? Nobody. So he's also feeling lonely at the same time. So the best thing to do is, when you know that you have some unsolved issues and you don't want to talk about it, you just need time to reset your brain. Okay, you need time to process some information before telling anyone. The best thing to do is tell your wife or tell your husband, honey, please, don't be offended, okay, if I'm acting strange. I just need a little time for me to just process some informations. I promise to come around. Okay, don't think that you've done something wrong, or don't think that something is wrong in our marriage. No, I just need a little me time to process some information, and I promise I'll be okay. Yeah, men, some matured men actually do that when they feel that they are feeling some type of way and they need to think through, they need to meditate, they need to process information. They actually take permission from their spouse, you know. So no one will go feeling guilty, thinking that something is wrong, because the truth is, when you don't talk to each other, when you don't talk to your spouse, he or she will start feeling like something is wrong. They will start having this feeling of guilt, and then the next thing is they also will start frowning, and then you find yourself not talking to each other, and then the whole problem will just escalate like that. And before you find yourself reconnecting again, my sister, months have gone. So now, in as much as I'm talking all these things about the physical, all these ones are just, you know, physical aspects of the whole thing. There are also spiritual part of it. You know, sometimes these things they don't just happen. Something somewhere is causing them. Okay, so the best thing to do is go on your knees, lift up your hands, your holy hands, and do what? Say a prayer for that your partner, for your spouse. Say a prayer for them. Tell God that whatever they're going through, let it actually be true. Let them come out of it stronger and healthier. You know, take a time and pray for your spouse, because you don't know what they see or what they go through at their workplace. Even people they meet, you don't know the communication they've had. You don't know the type of friends they keep that advises them wrongly. So all those ones, even when you do the physical ones, you should also try to do the spiritual by saying a prayer for them, and you see things moving on fine. You know, someone I know used to say, when you say I do, you actually do everything. You know, when that moment you said I do, you do everything. You know, whatever it is that is going on in your marriage automatically becomes your problem. Whatever it is going on, you know, in your partner's life, in your spouse's life, becomes your problem. So you also find ways, you know, to bring solution to all these problems. That is why you are in marriage. Marriage is not a one-person thing. No, it's a two-person thing. Okay, that is how it is. So guys, this is what I have to say in this topic. You know, there's a lot, but just for this video's sake, I'm just gonna keep it short. Okay, now if you have anything to add to this, please leave it at the comment section below. I'll be reading the comments. I would like to know what other people think. Okay, I would like to know people's thoughts about this topic. I find it interesting to know, you know, other people's thoughts. Yeah, so if you have anything to add in, if you have your own opinion, leave it at the comment section below. Okay, so as always, thank you so much for watching this video. Okay, thank you for subscribing, and if you've not subscribed to my channel, please do. Okay, like my videos, give me a thumbs up if you really enjoy this topic, share my videos, leave your comments. Okay, and until then, I will see you on my next video. Thank you, and I love you. God bless you.